Dalokwan, my name is MAP Ezukubundo 1, and I'm here to clear your doubt, also to set the record straight, so that Kande Obuna na watabehi naga on concerning Nnamdi Kanu, most especially the issue naga on kita that nagwa Nnamdi Kanu ka transfer from Sokoto prison to Abuja, but he refused, he declined. Now all those things can break down for our people to understand everything in details, so that you base your information or you didn't confused regarding that. Now the question is, Nnamdi Kanu transfer from Sokoto prison to Abuja? The answer is yes. Why did he decline? Now pay attention, can wallow with the reason. Nnamdi Kanu Njueju Kayalimi transfer from Sokoto prison to Abuja. In 2025, Justice James Omotosho sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment illegally. And immediately he sentenced him to that illegal life imprisonment. He ordered that he should be transferred to Sokoto prison. And his motive was that Nnamdi Kanu hates the North, most especially the Sokoto Caliphate. And for that reason, he should go there and serve his life imprisonment, which is against the law for a judge to utter such word. Now, after that, Nnamdi Kanu was immediately transferred to Sokoto Correctional Center, Sokoto, in Sokoto State. And Nnamdi Kanu, after some few weeks, immediately Nnamdi Kanu approached Federal High Court, Abuja, requesting that his case, that he should be transferred from Sokoto prison to Abuja. And his ground and motive, his reasons are: one, so that it will be easy for him, Nnamdi Kanu, to prepare his legal document and also prepare himself for the court of appeal he is about to take. And two, so that he will have easy access with his legal team of lawyers. And three, so that his family members and well-wishers will easily visit him if they wish to. And also, so that he will be more safe in Abuja than Sokoto prison. Not related to anything that has to do with politics. But guess what? The same Federal High Court, Abuja, rejected that very Nnamdi Kanu application, stating that before that could happen, that Nigeria, the federal government must the hearing from the federal government must take place. Now, after they reject that Nnamdi Kanu application and all those things, Nnamdi Kanu now said, okay, no problem, I accept your judgment. Let us go to Court of Appeal. And he started preparing himself. Now, all of a sudden, from nowhere, somebody apotasegi that or secure for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred from Sokoto prison. Not just that, let me read what Uchechi Anyanwuto wrote, so that I will not be the one making up the story. I know from her direct. Now, pay attention. This is coming from Uchechi. Pay attention. On the issue of transferring Nnamdi Kanu from Sokoto Correctional Center to Abuja, the application was heard before Justice James Omotosho on the 8th December 2025. Justice Omotosho refused the ex parte application, holding that such an order could not be granted without the first hearing the federal government. The matter later returned to the court, where the application was ultimately struck out after the lawyer from the Legal Aid Council sought to withdraw from the case. Legal Aid Council provided by the court instead of Nnamdi Kanu representing himself. For the record, I have consistently advocated from the very first day for my husband, Nnamdi Kanu, to be transferred from Sokoto Correctional Center. My concern was never political. It was humanitarian, legal, and practical. Sokoto is over 700 kilometers from Abuja, making family visits, legal consultations, and the access to his case unnecessarily difficult. While I was pushing every available diplomatic and consular avenue to facilitate his transfer, my husband independently applied to the Federal High Court to be moved from Sokoto to Abuja so that he could be better prepared and file aspects of his own case. On the 8th December 2025, Justice James Omotosho rejected that application, ruling that such an order could not be made without first hearing the federal government. Despite that setback, I continue pressing for his transfer through official channels. Eventually, I received confirmation from our case handler at the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, that arrangements had been made for the transfer to proceed. It was at that point that I was informed that my husband declined to be moved from Sokoto. Naturally, I wanted to understand why. Following my insistence, it was relayed to me that he believed the earlier rejection of his own case, his own application, had been manipulated from his perspective. There was no legitimate reason for the court to have refused his request in the first place. Because of that, he decided to remain in Sokoto rather than accept the transfer that came through a different process. His position as it was communicated to me was that if he was eventually to regain his freedom, he preferred to go directly home from Sokoto. People are free to agree or disagree with that decision. My purpose in sharing this is simple: to clarify the sequence of events, because there has been considerable speculation over the months. My own position never changed from day one. I believe that transferring him to Abuja was in his best interest, for his safety, for his welfare, his access to legal representation, and his family ability to visit him. I pursued that objective consistently until I was informed that he had chosen otherwise. Our next campaign is to bring him home. Biafrans, this is the time to prove that IPOB is one family. You all did it when I started Freeman Nnamdi Kanu. Now, that is what Uchechi wrote. Now, do you understand it? According to Uchechi, with what is judging from what she wrote, Nnamdi Kanu is not aware that Uchechi, is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred, because if she had communicated with Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi will say, oh, there is no need for that. Secondly, the reason why Nnamdi Kanu declined that very offer is because it will jeopardize Nnamdi Kanu Court of Appeal, because the judgment of James Omotosho rejecting that very court application for Mazi to be transferred have also administered as a exhibit evidence against Nigeria and against James Omotosho being biased. So, on the another reason Nnamdi Kanu rejected that is that they did not pass the true process. They don't follow the due procedure. If Uchechi, with the people that she work with, approach court and pass through court process and to secure that, Mazi will accept it. So the reason why Mazi rejected it is because it's illegal and it doesn't follow the due procedure, and it will be used against Nnamdi Kanu if he accepts it. Don't want to say much. You know all these things.